Hey guys, it's Richard here. Just want to introduce you guys to the self-proclaimed internet famous Boggs Tavern, the best bar for bourbon, bogs, and baseball. Here we go. Got this awesome Yankees poster. Basically, I just got every poster that Wade Boggs has ever been on, as far as I know. Posters are held on the ceiling by Scotch 3M Velcro tape. The Your Next picture. The famous Yankees shower shoes with letter of authenticity. This is my favorite piece, 85 Gamer autographed. The What a Ride picture autographed.
Just knowing that coming home for a lengthy homestand and only needing 3 hits, it was you didn't know which day you were going to get.
You knew at some point during that homestand it was going to happen.
The night before, Boggs had gone 0 for 3 against the Tribe.
Wade didn't go many days in a row.
My old Kentucky license autographed by Wade, which he said he loved autographing, because he noticed that the expiration month was 12. Of course, his number with the Yankees and with the Devil Rays. My favorite cello packs, the 83 tops.
And the National League's answer to Wade Boggs, the great Tony Gwynn, collecting his 3,000th hit on August the 6th.
It was 500 for Mark McGuire and Tony. It was sort of like our little horse race between who was going to get it quicker. And our careers were sort of parallel, the National League, American League, and batting titles. And then finally, so coincidentally, that within 24 hours, we both get 3,000 hits, and we came up at the same time. And so it wasn't really a
Another
to try to finish.
Boggs jersey
Just to get
autographed.
it out of the way.
To Rich, thanks for being my biggest fan.
Thing that I was concentrating on, rather than well, I want to get it before Mark McGuire.
Red Sox gamer bet.
He gets his 500, or before Tony gets his 3,000. It was just we were all lumped together in that 1 week.
So the stage was set, and the 41-year-old
83 gamer
in the spotlight.
I enjoyed talking about the progress to get to 3,000. And that was the thing that doing all the interviews and going back and
There's a Yankee
talking
gamer
about things that had happened in the past, and that was the fun part about it. And Paul Molitor had said that he said enjoy the ride. That's the good part about it.
Because this was the chance for Tampa Bay to applaud an athlete who quite simply turned hitting into an art form.
When you have success doing something, people don't ridicule you very much when you have success doing it. And he had a lot of success. To me, it just showed how disciplined he was.
He hit 300 or better in 15 of his 18 major league seasons, 10 of them consecutively.
First thing, if I was talking about Wade Boggs hitting, I think the first thing I would think of was discipline.
Boggs, he was such a regimented guy. People thought he was superstitious. He wasn't superstitious. He was regimented. He came from a military background. Baseball's a regimented game, and he had an order to his day from the time he got up to the time he got to the ballpark, which was always early.
He won 5 American League batting championships with the Boston Red Sox in the 1980s.
He had that remarkable string of getting 200 hits and 100 walks, and he was a table setter. He wasn't a table cleaner. He wasn't a busboy. He set the table, and as a result of that, obviously he was very successful.
He hit a lot of balls, all over the field, a lot of balls left field and low. Early in his career in Fenway, he hit more balls off the wall. When he came to Yankee Stadium, he made the adjustment. He knew he couldn't fly the ball up there, and he hit more line drives over there. And he's a guy.
This is my wall of
He hit .349
Autographed
in 1982, an American League
relic
record that stood
cards.
nearly 20 years. He was the only player in the 20th century to string together 7 straight 200-hit seasons. Still,
Too Rich, my biggest, or Too Rich, my biggest fan. All the best.
Do that every day.
Wade
For
Boggs.
many years as he's played. You know, I took my hat to him.
Discipline, no doubt about it. He was one of the most disciplined hitters I've ever seen. To be able to stay true to what he does well, his strengths are just phenomenal to me.
He was a member of 12 straight American League All-Star teams.
The one thing that I remember about Wade Boggs is he came to play every day. And not only did he come to play every day, he came and played very well every day, in all aspects. I think he was very underrated as a defensive player, and at the same time, he did what was necessary for his team to win ball games, and was a good team player. He's the type of guy that I would have liked to have for a teammate.
He won 2 American League Gold Glove Awards in the mid-90s.
Nobody worked harder than he did, and he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, not only because he had 3,000 hits, because he was a great all-around ball player, played great defense as well.
He had an approach to the game. It was very systematic. I think that is a mechanism by which it forced him to focus. And I think he'll tell you that his strength was his ability to focus.
He wept when his Red Sox lost the 1986 World Series in excruciating fashion, and would later ride in triumph when his Yankees won it all a decade later.
To have the opportunity to play on his team, to be Yankees together, to win a World Series together, was a great feeling because to watch him day in, day out, come to the ballpark and prepare to play, prepare to hit, and work hard every day, and to watch his passion he has for the game and his desire, not only go out there and get hits, but day in, day out, to be the best player he can be.
He signed with the expansion Devil Rays to finish his great career where it started, at home. He belted the first home run in Rays history in the team's inaugural game. Not bad for a kid from the Palmacia Little League. From the endless days of hitting off the tee in Tampa to the precipice of baseball immortality, he had climbed the mountain. Now all he had to do was plant his flag in. As Wade stepped into play for the first time that evening, the notoriously patient hitter.
There's the Red Sox
He swung at the first pitch.
Rounded out the first time.
shower shoes.
So I'm over a
Bunch of slides. I love those.
And just the main thing was, well, you know, now I got
Bar top
and I doubt
with
maybe
Purell
before.
to keep those hands clean. Given this
Now
pandemic.
0-4 on the homestand. It appeared that number 3,000 would arrive.
This
another
here is a Miller Lite can, actually drunk from Mr. Boggs. Given to me by a friend who also has one in his collection. There it is, the Boggs Tavern.
My son Brett was.
And there's a gamer jersey.
Pick up the bat. He rubbed up the balls for the game. They had this
Signed to me, Too Rich, my biggest fan.
And we were coming across the bridge at about noon. I said, "What do you think, buddy?"
There's a gamer bat.
He goes, "Oh yeah, you get 3 today."
Gamer
I said,
pants.
"Boy, you're really confident, aren't you?"
As Boggs went through his usual one-deck ritual, this night he included a new feature.
Came back out for the next time. He was sitting with the ball boy and the other bat boy, and so I put the pine tar rosin donut on, and I looked back, and he just had the cutest look on his face, and I said, you know, I just tapped him for good luck.
By now, the Rays were down 6-0, but the bases were loaded.
Star Wars Arcade.
And then boom, got the knock, and made it 29.
I do like to work out. So this also
next time I come up, I'll tap
doubles
him
as
for
my
good luck
gym.
again. And then we started scoring some runs, and I knew that we kept scoring
Got all
runs.
these
I was
5x7s
gonna
by
play
Tops.
that night.
Boggs
Each
gave the
one
Nats
is
the
a numbered out of
first
10
run in the
gold
fourth inning.
version and a numbered out of
Rays
49
down 10-5.
base
Runner
version.
on third. On the third pitch from Nagy, Boggs did what he's done time and time again in his career. Hit them where they ain't.
The 1-1 pitch and a ground ball to the right side.
I got my Blackhawks Stanley Cups just because I love the Blackhawks. This Wade Boggs banner, which is about 12 foot long, hung outside Fenway Park for 10 years, and I was fortunate enough to be able to pick it up off of a Red Sox collector who gave me a pretty good deal on it.
You've played and hits that you've gotten in high school and hits that you've gotten in the minor leagues and just standing there, and it's so surreal that
Wade personally gave me this jersey here last year at the Nationals. It's to Richard, my #1 collector.
Standing off first, and Jim told me, he says, Boggs,
Those are 97 Yankees game worn pants.
What you live for right here, dude.
This jersey here made it in the movie The Rookie
You need one more knock,
with
man.
Dennis Quaid. It's in the background. When he enters the Devil Rays locker room, you can see it in the back when Dennis Quaid walks past it.
Kind of really admire the fact that someone's done that, worked that hard to get that many hits, and you know he's actually done such a wonderful job in his career. It was nice to see that happen, you know, and be there in person.
I said, Jimmy, this is incredible, man. He says, don't worry about it. One more knock, piece of cake.
Just like that. One hit to go. By the sixth inning, the Rays were trailing 11-7, and Cleveland had inserted left-hander Chris Haney into the game. But that was easily eclipsed by the excitement of what might happen the next time number 12 came to bat. In the Rays dugout, Wade Boggs awaited his date with destiny. Manager Larry Rothschild employed a little humor to ease the tension.
And then going up to the last at bat, they brought a left-hander in, or the at bat before the home run, they brought a left-hander, and I told him I'm going to have to pitch hit for you. And he was, needless to say, a little bit startled, but he started laughing.
I said, well, it'll take an act of Congress to pinch hit for me right now, because I've waited 18 years for this moment. And he says, no, go get him. He says, good luck.
From the instant Wade emerged from the dugout and headed towards the on-deck circle, the house was electric.
And I think the fact that it was a hometown guy made it a special event for this ball club and for this franchise. So there really was a buzz.
I was at Cooperstown for their induction. Sandberg. I grew up being a big,
franchises
I still am a diehard Cubs fan, but I loved Sandberg growing up.
Rookie outfielder
So it was
Terrell
just
Lowry
serendipitous that they both went in at the same
and the
time. It
crowd
was
then
unreal.
stood in unison. No introductions were necessary.
Again, there was this air of anticipation. You could hear this crescendo building in the crowd. Just as Wade was about to come up to bat, I was told by my executive producer, no introduction. And to this day, that is the only batter in Tropicana Field history that has not been introduced over the public address system.
As an athlete, you can feel it get a lot louder. You really can't hear it, but the roar would get louder. And everyone said on the first pitch there were like 25,000 flash bulbs going off, and never really saw any of them. That was how focused I was for that last at bat. And once he threw that one